And I'm like, bro, like, out of all the evil people on earth that has graced this planet, you chose the biggest freaking loser, coward in human history.
I'm gonna show you how great I am. We're not worthy.
I said, empty your mind.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that
woman. All right, my number one has, well, I'm just getting into it. My number one is the Nazi Party, aka Adolf Hitler's. Like, look, I know I would never compare Trump to Hitler in the sense, because Hitler did kill 6 million Jewish people, handicapped people, gay people, gypsies, that kind of thing. But what Adolf Hitler was able to do and convince an entire country, for the most part, to demonize an entire group like the Jewish people of Poland and Eastern Europe is, to me, the greatest form of a cult following of all time. Because of Nuremberg, that we would find out many people on the Nazi Party would end up, going to trial and getting in trouble. The idea for this man, and the idea that they said, well, we were just following orders from Adolf Hitler. Like, that's not an excuse. Like, that doesn't work in the court. Like, you are liable for shooting the guns, for turning on the ovens, for turning on the gas chambers. You are liable for that. And the fact that this entire country was, and many, many more others, were able to not feel guilty for hurting another person, children, babies, older people, just for a man's ideology. I mean, what Hitler was able to do, it's going to last forever. I will say this too. What is also bothering me about the Nazi Party and Hitler is that here we are, almost 100 years later, and now we have neo-Nazis in America and in Western parts of Europe again. Like, dude, they lost. They're losers. Adolf Hitler quit. He took his own life because he's a coward. He is a wimp. And you're following this guy and his ideas? It goes to show you, like, what is happening to the modern world today, where we're going back almost 80, 90, 100 years to follow a man that was so evil that he got other people to do his dirty work. And they paid the ultimate price, not him. He was a coward that blew his brains out when things got tough. That's the kind of guy you want to follow. That's the ideology you want to go through. So when I see like neo-Nazis today marching on the streets, there was that one guy, I think he was in Florida, I could be wrong, or Charlotte or Carolina somewhere. And he was walking around downtown of that city wearing a Nazi uniform.
Take a look at the video. University of Georgia officials confirm they have reviewed, which was posted on X. Outside a bar on Clayton Street, a crowd appears to confront the man, who is dressed head to toe in a Nazi uniform with a swastika armband.
I can't believe that people are dressing up as Nazi officers. I think it's a shame.
Police later arrested 33-year-old Kenneth Morgan. The video shows him appearing to strike one of the students in the crowd with something in his hand.
To represent the Nazi regime like that on a holiday, for a party, for whatever the case may be, is absolutely inappropriate.
Dov Wilker is the Southeast director of the American Jewish Committee. He says he was glad people were so quick to step in.
I actually think that that's the vote of confidence that we need, that we should be standing up to individuals like this.
A UGA spokesperson says Morgan is not a student and has no affiliation with the university.
And I'm like, bro, like, out of all the evil people on earth that has graced this planet, you chose the biggest freaking loser, coward in human history. I don't know, dude. For me, I could go on and on. I could talk about, the Reichstag fire that they did, the corruption, any free speech. I could go into all that stuff. But for me, the idea that Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, the ideology, is living today is freaking gross. So that is my number one.
I'm gonna show you how we're not worthy.
I said, empty your mind.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.